Hello and welcome as you join me for the next upload from my Universal Adventure. I do believe this is upload number 8, but today we are going to have a 7 a.m. walk of City Walk. Now, City Walk is what connects Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure together. It's a big hub of shops and food outlets of where it gets extremely busy within the evening. It has literally just opened up at 7 o'clock in the morning. The Islands of Adventure does not open up until 8 o'clock. The Universal Studios, which we've just seen there, does not open until 9 o'clock, nor do the shops and the outlets on this facility. However, the ferry boats have just started to bring people in from all the hotels, so you will start to see people arriving via shuttle bus and water boat as well. So it's very interesting how quickly this place starts to fill up, and it does get extremely busy in the evening. Also, you can imagine how busy it gets during the day as well, because this is the main artery into both parks, which I will explain a little bit more as we walk up, because you can see where everybody starts to walk down later on. We do have an evening tour of this that will be coming up at a much later date, and you can just see how busy this place gets. It is absolutely ramsacked in the evening when the parks start to close, because everybody goes to all the food outlets. There is lots and lots of different places to grab a drink and get something to eat from here. Now, the water to the right hand side, that is where you get off from your little sort of ferry boat, and then we'll have a good look up and around to the left hand side. There is lots of eateries, like I said, and there's also lots of Universal gift shops as well. So you've got the main Universal Studios, and you do have a retro Universal shop as well. The retro one was pretty cool, which we do have a full video of. That actually has all of the older merchandise and all of the older rides in as well, with all the t-shirts and everything like that. So you've got the old Terminator. You've got the old Jaws merchandise. You've got all the Back to the Future and everything. So some of the original rides that were in the park to start with, they do have that shop available, which I thought was a really nice touch. And it was really nice to see actually all the original bits and pieces that they used within the shows, and I spent a long time actually looking at that after the parks had closed. But as we come up and around these steps, this is a very busy place in the evening, because this has some of the more fast food outlets. I think you've got a Burger King up to the right hand side. As we come up these stairs, you'll then overlook what is the sort of like a cinema. It's like a big horseshoe shape, and there is a mini golf to the left hand side, and there's a Bubba Shrimp as well. This is actually then the main entrance coming in from the top, which is where, if you were to get the shuttle bus, that would also be somewhere that you'd have to walk down as well, and it takes you from where everybody parks and comes walking down as well. But you will see in a different video just how many people will be walking up and down there in one hit. Like I said, I'm one of the first people in at 7 o'clock in the morning, because I could not sleep the night before. This is my first morning here, and I was up first thing just because of the time difference. But you can see there are people already walking down from there, because they would have got the shuttle in from one of the different hotels, and then they will start to queue up. Like I said, the Islands of Adventure opens up at 8 o'clock in the morning. The Universal Studios does not open till 9 o'clock to the general public, and Islands of Adventure does not open till 9 o'clock to the general public. So a lot of the people that you're going to see now will be people just coming from the hotel. But directly in front of us, where those people are running, that is actually the main walkway down. So people do run to the entrance. They want to get there as close as possible, because they just want to save time. But we are probably only 10 past 7 in the morning. So they are minutes away from the entrance to Islands of Adventure, so they would be queuing for a good sort of 45 minutes. But you can see all of these people that are starting to come down already, and there is only the one theme park open this morning. But if you have been in the 2022 season, how did it go for you? What did you think? I was very lucky with the time that I actually managed to get down here, and I've also missed the very heavy storm that is about to hit America at the same time. So I've kind of missed the one that was in the UK that was happening, and now there's a big one happening over in America. So I hope if you are watching this back from the States, you are safe and sound and everything has gone okay, and is not going to be as bad as what it is. But like I said, there is a full playlist available for the Universal stuff that I've managed to do, and some of the Disney parks as well. So if you do want to sort of see everything from how you travel from the UK getting to this point, and then obviously from this point there's going to be lots of different bits and pieces of how you can connect all the hotels up, what the hotels look like internally, obviously all the insides of the actual parks, the maps, everything like that. I think there's a good 60 plus videos that I managed to film within the week. So you've got lots and lots of bits and pieces to come and have a look at. But like I said, we are still on the first morning. So we have lots of bits and pieces to follow. I think the video that will follow this will be the riverboat, and then the one after that we start actually getting into the park, which is always nice and exciting. But here we go. This is one of the big Universal Studios stores that has all current stock in, and then the one a little bit further up, which I do believe might have some big dragons on the outside, that is more of their retro store. And just behind these kiosks here to the right hand side, that is where you get the boats from, where you can jump on or get back off, and they're only about a 5-minute boat ride. It was about a 15-minute walk, so we've already done the walk over this morning just to see what it was like time wise, and it wasn't too bad. But we did get caught at the gate because I didn't realize it didn't actually open until 7 o'clock. I just wanted to come up early, have a walk around with nobody here, and actually just get back to the hotel and then just have a sort of more of a relaxing morning. But as it happened, I was wide awake and did all of this, and then went straight back, and then came straight back up into the park, and then managed to basically walk on every single ride that I wanted to. So it worked out to be perfectly fine for me. So we are walking up and around where we were just overlooking. So this archway here, this sort of big donut, that is where we were stood. There are 2 ways up and back down from that, so I walked back down the stairs and looped it back round, but there is an elevator which can take you straight down. The elevator basically takes you to where I'm stood now, but we would have missed the front of where we were. But I think we were going to walk up to the Bubba Shrimp. Bubba Shrimp, I do believe, is on the right hand side. There it is. And then directly in front, again, just look where the people are coming from. That is the main walkway down from the car parks, and that is where every single bus and shuttle drops you off from every hotel. So if you are getting a shuttle rather than the riverboat will drop you off smack in the middle of City Walk, whereas the shuttle bus will drop you off a little bit further out. Or obviously you can do what I did, and you can then walk down from your hotel if you want to. So you've got plenty of options of how to get here, and like I said, there is obviously a lot of different bits and pieces to do within here once it's all open up, and they're open till late enough in the evening where you can, if need be, if you can't sleep, just give yourself something to do before you start going back to your hotel, and then you can pick and choose how you want to get back. But you've just got to bear in mind that the shuttle bus, it does give you a little bit of an extra walk from the gate, so if you are rushing to get there first, it might be quicker for you to get the riverboat, but then potentially you might miss the riverboat first time round if you don't get there early enough. So if you want to be first in the park and you're willing to queue, you've just got to work out the best time for yourself and what time you want to get there. But we're going to come up and around, and you can see there are lots of places to eat and drink. Now, it is a very, very lively atmosphere later on in the evening, so you can see that you've got all sorts of different bits and pieces where you can stop off and grab a drink, and this does loop all the way around. So what we'll do, we'll go all the way around, see all the different bits and pieces that are here, and then we'll come back on ourselves and have a look at the Legacy store. From there, we'll then cut over to the the Universal Studios side, have a look at the entrance and everything on that, because there shouldn't be anybody there at all, because that does not open until 9 o'clock, and it is going to be only about 20 past 7 by the time we get there in the morning. And then we'll cut over and round from the, do believe it will be the Hard Rock Cafe, Chocolate Emporium, and then we'll finish at Islands of Adventure, and then we can just see how many people are queuing up by the entrance already, wanting to be on the Hagrid's motorbike ride first. Because if you did queue up and you got there, say for example you got through the gates just before or just after 8 o'clock in the morning, it was no more, it was between 20 minutes and half an hour from you actually getting through the gates to completing the ride. Whereas once it all started to bottleneck up with everybody from the hotels, and then the actual park opened up to the general public, it was there or thereabouts always an hour and a half to about 210 minutes, I think, is one of the worst I saw it. But we do monitor the times when we're in the park throughout the videos, so you can see the different times a day is the best time to get on the rides. I was very, very lucky with regards to just being able to get on lots of different bits and pieces, but certain times or certain parts of the day it would have been very busy. But you have got a lot of different types of videos to come with regards to everything inside the park, like I've said, and just everything around in the hotels and also the water park as well. Now, signage, super easy, lots of neon lights. So you can just imagine how easy it is to see everything later on when it's nighttime. Obviously, this is first thing in the morning, so you can still see some of the lighting come off. And I think it looks very, very effective. That is obviously the water. That is the side that we're going to be walking over to. This is the Legacy store. Now, I really do like the inside of this. Like I said before, I like the fact that it does have all of the bits and pieces from some of the original rides as well. I learned a little bit more about the Dueling Dragon, and you got to see some of the merchandise from the original log flume as well. So if you have been here back when all of those bits and pieces were open, you managed to get on the Dueling Dragons, please let us know in the comments below what it was like, because looking back at some of the photos and obviously seeing bits and pieces online over the years, it looked like it was an absolute fantastic ride. So it'd be very, very interesting to see if they do anything like that again in the future. But the Legacy store was absolutely massive, as was a lot of the other bits and pieces where you could eat as well. But all of those videos inside from there will be coming sooner rather than later once I get to the video file. Now we are walking over, like I said, to the Universal Studios park. We'll have a look right around the entrance just to actually have a quick look through the gates as well, because the gates are locked, because I think I will have a look at the phone. It can't be any earlier than 7:30 in the morning. And then we'll loop it round where we started just to see how many people are there. But we are slowly starting to run out of time. So if you can like and subscribe and all that good stuff, that'd be absolutely fantastic. I keep saying, hopefully you find this helpful with regards to if you're going to be booking anything for the 2023 to 2025 season, because I know the new theme park will be opening up in 2025. So I would love to go back in 25 and just see the new sort of Universal world that is opening up with the Super Mario section and everything like that. I have seen videos of the construction being updated, and I've also seen what the Super Mario world looks like from Japan as well, and that looks phenomenal. So if you're into your Super Mario, start getting your research done and getting your tickets booked. But like I said, I had a multi-hop park pass ticket, so I was able, so here we go, 7:26, I was able to go through this gate if I wanted to, get on the Harry Potter train, go to the other park if I wanted to. If that park was too busy, I could then go back to the hotel and then go straight over to Volcano Bay. Or if I had my swim stuff with me, I could have just got on the shuttle bus that was located at the front, and that would have taken me straight back to the Cabana Bay, which then I could have gone and walked straight over to the actual water park. So it was so easy being on this resort. But we will go over in more greater detail the types of tickets that I had, where you get the tickets and everything located from, and just all the other little bits and pieces to make your trip as easy as possible. But this is just covering all the basics now of the City Walk. So keep your eyes peeled for all the videos that will be uploaded in the near future with regards to everything that will be coming up for the inside and outside of the theme parks. But you can just see how big an entrance and mouth this is. It's all very easily signposted. You can see how you can pick up the signs for City Walk, how you can pick up the signs for Islands of Adventure stood on this side. And then if you keep walking in a straight line, you will then also see in a second the actual gates and everything, which is all locked. And these do not open till 9 AM, and then you can just walk straight through. This was definitely the quieter of the two parks. I actually came to this park first, managed to get all of the filming done, so we'll have lots of videos from here to come first. And then I do believe we'll have a good batch from Disney, and then you got a load of stuff from Islands of Adventure, and then you got a load more walk around videos as well. But you can see some of the scales of the roller coasters are absolutely massive. My park pass ticket was super easy. It was just a case of scan and you're straight in. There was no bits of paper that I had to hold on to. It was just a ticket I could just keep in my phone case, and it just had a barcode on, so that was nice. That was nice and simple. So again, that's where we started, right by that Universal globe. If you wanted your photo taken by that, you had to time that right as well, because when the parks were open to when the parks had just closed, lots and lots of people stood out there wanting to sort of get their own selfie or get group photos stood just outside of it. But first thing in the morning, you did have a good bit with the mist. So I didn't really see the mist during the day, but you can see people are already there trying to get their photo taken before, I would imagine, them walking down to Islands of Adventure. But we are going to make our way down to Islands of Adventure now. You've got a couple of minutes left, and then we can just see how many people are stood in that queue line. But we can also see how impressive the front of the Chocolate Emporium is as well. I said in previous uploads that this side of City Walk is much quieter than the other, because the other side is where you would get off the boats and you'd also walk down from the shuttle bus But this side is actually much more an advantage if you're coming from the hotels. So this is basically, you've got the two entrances on this side to the park, but you've also got the walkway in through security to the different hotels as well. So if you are coming from the Universal Studios side and you are coming from the Hard Rock Hotel or the one that's a little bit further down, you can just stay on this side and then walk straight to Islands of Adventure. If you're coming from the Sapphire Falls Hotel or any of the other hotels that are on the other side, again, you can just come through security and stand on this side, because you have only got the Hard Rock Cafe and also you've got the Chocolate Emporium. So this side's very, very wide because you've got this walkway now, which can get a little bit busy during lunchtime with everybody going to the Hard Rock Cafe, but you can then just walk down by the water if you wanted to, and you can get some really nice photos of all the ferry boats and everything shooting up and back down. So there's lots and lots of things to sort of see, and you can see just where the board is from the sports bar. That is directly in front of that is where the boats stop. That is where you would queue up and get on and off, and you have got your own direct ferry boat to your hotel. So depending on the time that you get there, you want to get to this park, you might be queuing for a good while because the boat will just keep coming and going. So you might, even though they run every 5 minutes, you will potentially have to wait maybe 1 or 2 boat rides. But to get back, it's super, super easy because, like now, for example, I didn't have to wait at all because I just jumped on the boat and then headed straight back. But if you're getting on the boat when the parks start to close and you're with the family, it might be worth maybe getting on the shuttle bus because it might not be as busy. But I don't know if you have to wait any longer for that. So it's a bit of planning needed by everybody depending on what time you're going to be coming and going. But if you do have the multi-hop park pass where you can just keep coming and going as you please, from a hotel point of view, it's super, super easy because if it does start to get a little bit busy, then obviously you can go back to your hotel. You can utilize the swimming pool that's at your hotel for a little bit, and then you can just come back later on in the afternoon once it starts to quieten down. I always found over the lunchtime period it was the busiest point. So something to take into consideration. But we are now just going to walk down and then we'll have a look at just how busy the entrance is to Volcano Bay, and then we will be done. I would normally go quiet now, but again, we have got an issue of all of the different types of music that there is about, but it is what it is, so we will just have to go through. So you've got, again, loads of different kiosks where you can get lots of different bits and pieces from your tickets, so that's super easy. You then also have human being ones as well from the health service to the right hand side. Then you go, that's where all of those are directly in front of us, that's what those circular ones are. You've then got first aid and more assistance to the right hand side. You can see all of the people, some of them are staff, but you can see people are queuing up through those kiosks. They are already at the entrances of the gates. And then to the wrapping it round from this side as well, it was extremely busy because they did open up the exit side as well, where you could just come and cut straight through. So it was rather busy, but you can see all of those people, 7:30 in the morning, they will queue there for half an hour, and all of these people as well will be queuing until 8 o'clock in the morning, and then everybody goes stampeding through. But guys, that is it. I am done. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little tour of City Walk. I know it's been a bit choppy, but you know, it is what it is. Thank you very much for watching. You guys take care, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Ta-da.